Hi, this is Gary from 3Bug Media, and today we're going to cover common mistakes new businesses make when it comes to their marketing. Okay, and I wrote down 5 different things that I kind of see that are common with new businesses. So first and foremost is audience. So when it comes to your marketing, most business owners go straight into how they're going to market and what kind of ad they're going to create, but they never actually take the time to figure out who their audience is. And when it comes to marketing, your audience is critical. If you don't have or know who you're marketing to, then really you're just making plain Jane marketing campaigns that appeal to nobody. So the first step is to know who your audience is and spend the time and research to develop what's called your personas. And your persona is basically a come to life, demographic of who your ideal customer would be. So you would have, say you're targeting moms. You may have one persona that is stay-at-home Susie, a stay-at-home mom who maybe wants to buy your products based on value and the price and what kind of bang for the buck she's going to get for her money. You may have somebody else that may be like Sarah the soccer mom who may purchase your product based on the quality of your product and the feature sets that you're offering. So those are 2 different personas in the same demographic group, but you would market to them differently because they both have different needs and different reasons they would purchase from you. And that's kind of where you would do your personas. You need to do your market research up front before you start any marketing campaigns. You need to do your competitor analysis. So competitor analysis, you want to know what your competitors are doing, what you think's working, what's not, where are there opportunities for you to do better, or maybe areas where they're not even doing any marketing that you can go in and kind of establish yourself. So do your competitor analysis. And segmentation, so you're going to segment based on personas like we just talked about, stay-at-home Susie or Sarah the soccer mom. You're going to create 2 different segments and you're going to create 2 different marketing campaigns directed to each one of them. And like I said, the common mistake most businesses make, whether they're new or existing, is that they create a general marketing campaign that tries to appeal to everybody. And in the end, it doesn't appeal to anyone. So make sure you segment and you spend time to create your personas of who you're going to market to. Once you have that, you want to look at your branding, okay? And branding campaigns is something you don't want to do if you're a small business owner, okay? You're not Coca-Cola, you're not Pepsi, you don't have, a $500 million budget to, put billboards all over the world that just have a picture of a can of Coke or a can of Pepsi on there, okay? You will run out of money very quickly and you'll have little to show for it, okay? So do not do branding campaigns, and when I say do not do them, I mean, don't spend money on branding campaigns. If you get free, PR or, want to get interviewed, things like that, that's awesome, but do not pay for it. You have very limited funds. Make sure you're doing direct marketing focused type of marketing on there. So do not do any non-direct marketing. And just a quick, if you're not really sure what that means, is branding campaign is you want to introduce your brand and your company to people, but you're not actually asking them to take action on anything. You'll see that with big brands and big, TV commercials, Procter & Gamble and things like that. You don't want to do those. You want to make sure that, you always have an offer and you're always trying to get people to take action, whether that's to call you, schedule an appointment, download something, give them their email address, download a coupon, something. You always want to get some kind of action and bang for your buck for your money. So no call to action, no offers, things like that. Those are all common mistakes. Generic targeting, things like that. You want to make sure once you have your audience, you do some very specific direct marketing style marketing where you're asking people to take action. And that way, if you're spending $1,000 on advertising, you're at least going to get something back to fuel, hopefully make a profit, but at the very least get your money back so you can reinvest it in some more advertising. And it's not just an empty well that you have to keep filling up time after time. And that's what basically happens when you do branding campaigns. Next, we have tracking and measuring. Common mistake, same thing, not really just for new businesses, but for all businesses. Not knowing your ROI on your campaigns. With online marketing, it's super easy to track and measure results on there, and still most businesses don't do it. Not knowing your ROI, not knowing how much it costs to acquire a customer, spending money on poor campaigns, Tracking and measuring is something you should be doing from day one. So anytime you spend money on a campaign, you should be analyzing it, checking the metrics, checking how many people filled out a contact form, how many people, signed up for an email address, things like that, and measure the performance of it so you know what's working and what's not. Unfortunately, most businesses go their entire life without ever knowing what works and what's not. They just know if I spend $10,000 a year on ads, I'll get X amount of business, and hopefully there's a correlation between the two. Oftentimes it's not, and eventually those businesses most likely will go out of business on there. So start measuring and tracking the results of your campaigns from day one. You'll get very smart very quickly in your marketing, and you'll start getting better and better as time goes on. Number 4 is soft offers. Not having a soft offer for people. And this is geared a little more towards service professionals. Maybe you're a lawyer, financial planner, accountant, real estate agents, mortgage brokers, things like that. And most of these types of businesses only have a hard offer. And what's a hard offer? A hard offer is something where maybe they have to schedule an appointment with you, they're going to come into your office, or you're going to do some kind of phone consultation or things like that. Those are hard offers. And in your mind, you may be thinking, that's not a hard offer. I'm offering something free to give them something of value. No, that's a hard offer. You're asking somebody to expose themselves, give their personal information to you, and then spend, either an hour of their time on the phone or an hour of their time in person with somebody that they may realize 2 minutes in that they do not want to do business with. And now it's like being stuck on a bad date. They have to try to figure out how to get out of this and how to avoid your phone calls going forward for the next 6 months, because you're going to hound them for your business. That is a hard offer. And out of 100 people that come to your website, you're lucky if you get one of those people that are ready for that hard offer, that are kind of at the end of their buying cycle, and they want to buy somebody or hire somebody right away. You may get one if you're lucky out of that 100. But you may have another 20 to 40 people who are interested, but they're not ready to make that hard offer commitment to, come meet you or do a phone consultation or something like that yet. And this is where you introduce a soft offer from them, okay? And a soft offer is something easy, like give us your email address and we'll send you coupons every week for our business. Or here's a white paper you could download to learn more. Or here's a worksheet or a template you can download to figure it out for yourself to see if you actually need this service or not. So you get an email address, which is great. It's valuable. They get something of value from you without having to actually come and meet you, talk to you yet. And that's that middle of the funnel. And that's a big area there. And that's a lucrative area that most businesses don't focus on because they do not have a soft offer to give people. So think about your hard offer, schedule an appointment, schedule an estimate, meet in person, whatever it is, but also think about a soft offer for that large group of people who are interested. They're just not ready to make that next step to basically go out on a date with you. Okay, so soft offers, have your hard offer, have your soft offer in place for those people, and you'll find your conversions will go up way more than you would if you just had a hard offer. And finally, learning. And it comes back to pretty much all these things. When it comes to marketing isn't being a marketing genius or getting things right, on the first try. Being really good at marketing comes down to learning from your mistakes, analyzing your campaigns, figuring out what worked, what didn't, what you're going to do better next time. And then when you create your next campaign, you do a little bit better than your last one. And you'll find as the months go by, as the years go by, your marketing will start to go like this. And you'll get better and better, more efficient, more profitable with your marketing. And you'll basically become a marketing superstar compared to your peers who don't do any of this. They pretty much actually do all of this stuff. They're not tracking they're not building their audiences. They're running branding campaigns without clear calls to action. They're not tracking and measuring. They don't have a soft offer in place. And then they get frustrated why their marketing sucks and they're not making any money with it. You, on the other hand, if you keep learn from your mistakes, evaluate all your campaigns, you'll get better and better and better each time you run a new marketing campaign. So that's some tips and some advice if you're a new business. So best of luck. If you want to learn more, you can go to 3bugmedia.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel below and learn more about online marketing. Thank you very much and have a good day.